Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Hard Count. I'm Michael Imam, and I recently had the opportunity to interview Gavin Schwab, a young dual-threat quarterback out of New York. Schwab is a member of the 2025 class and currently stands at 5 foot 11 inches and 150 pounds. Schwab's film will show he is developing nicely, and his arm is improving and is picking up speed and can read a defense well at a very young age. We had the opportunity to talk about the relationship he has with his parents, his coaches, and much more on this episode. All right, everyone, here is Gavin Schwab. Hope you guys enjoy this one. So tell me a little about your program here. Obviously, you're not in high school yet. You're an eighth grader right now. So how have you been developing so far?
I've been developing very good. I've been training a lot. Every weekend, I go to a coach called Coach Kinder. He trains me Sundays, and I have a quarterback coach called Coach Kubiak. He is not doing anything right now because due to COVID-19. So
I see here that you're a dual threat. Have you always been a dual threat in your entire young career as a quarterback, or is this something that's kind of been new to you? How have you kind of developed in that regard?
So I started off in Little Loop as a fullback. I was a running back at first. And in fifth grade, my dad took me at a quarterback training to get the concept of the game down. And I just found quarterback and started loving it and started focusing on that.
All right, very, very cool. So what does your training regimen kind of look like in in kind of a week?
So we go to the workouts at school Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday after school. We work out, and then we have a 7-on-7 league that we are in that's called Cross Training Athletics, and we play 7-on-7 once a week there.
Awesome. So how does it kind of feel, honestly, because you have a lot of attention at you here for a very young age. You're only in eighth grade, and there's, you got a huddle account, you got a QB hit list profile, you're nationally ranked. So how do you kind of feel with all this attention on you? Do you feel any pressure at all? Is it kind of something that's come naturally to you? How do you kind of feel in that regard?
Pressure is a good thing. I like pressure, and I enjoy having a lot of eyes on me because at a very young age, because it's a lot of exposure.
All right, that's very, very cool. And how do you feel about high school coming up in the next year? Do you think that you kind of are going to do well with the program?
Yeah,
with the coaches.
Like I'll do well with the coaches. I have a very strong relationship with all of my coaches. We all get along, and there's a quarterback in front of me right now, which is going to be a junior. He's pretty good, so just trying to beat him out.
All right, very, very cool. So tell me about your mom and dad and your parents. How have they kind of influenced your game?
My mom and dad have been a very big influence in my life. They're my number one supporter through everything. My dad is taking me to football every day since I was 5 years old. My mom's there for support and everything.
All right, very, very cool. So how do you go about balancing sports and academics? It says here that your GPA is a 3.6, which is obviously a high GPA. So how do you kind of go about balancing those two things?
School always comes first. I would drop football in a second to fix my grades. Anything before grades.
Wow, yeah, that's a huge statement coming from you. Obviously, how important those grades are, and so tell me about your kind of your best game that you've played in your career so far.
My best game I played in my career was probably in Little Loop. I threw 4 touchdowns and ran for 2. It was a pretty crazy game.
Wow, yeah, that's very interesting. And so then do you have any kind of role models, people that you look up to, or people that you've kind of modeled your game after?
My dad's my role model. He's been pushing me since day one, since he took me to that first football training when I was in 5th grade. It's just to push me in life and in football throughout my whole life. So.
All right, very, very cool. And so I usually ask this kind of as a tongue-in-cheek. Obviously, I know that some kids that I interview might go pro, and I think that you might be one of them as well if you get that opportunity. But if you were to get drafted, what would be the preferred team that you would want to get drafted by?
Probably the Buffalo Bills. It's just the hometown team, and love the Bills Mafia.
Awesome. So you'll be the next Josh Allen.
Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks so much for coming on, Gavin. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, no problem. Thank you. All right, everyone, that was Gavin Schwab. If you'd like to contact him, his Twitter account is at Gavin02249235. And be sure to post his huddle link below as well. If you'd like to contact me, my Twitter account is at Imami Michael. My Instagram page is at The Hard Count with Michael Imami. If your parents want to also check out the Facebook page, it's at The Hard Count with Michael Imami. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. This has been The Hard Count. Do you have what it takes to go D1?